Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Skillcraft. This is episode 13. Let's just get straight into it. I need a beacon. Is that a witch? What are you doing here? Let's just get rid of them. Oh, the witch is back. Alright, dead. Oh, see, this is why I wanted the witch gone. I'm poisoned. What? Since when did they spawn wither skeletons? This has never been a thing. Since when has this been a thing? Yeah. Is this death animation new? That looks so different. I did not know he blew up like that. What? That fight has changed, definitely. But we got our first nether star. I mean, we got the skulls. I don't really see a reason why we shouldn't. Phase 2. We got those wither skeletons back again. That is so random. That has not been a thing, I swear. Alright, now run away, run away, run away. He is dead. I do not want to lose another totem. There we go. And another star. Overall, we killed 3 wizards, which is pretty good. All I really needed was 1, but you know, we were on a roll, so why not? I have 2 nether stars. There we go. And I gave 1 to Skilltree for his help. Except there's one problem, and that is I am iron poor. So I will need to go mining for that a bit later. For now, I'm gonna go continue work on our underground secret base. So last episode, we built this thing, and I love it. And I've changed out these things in the middle, and moved the other one, which I don't think I did last time. The upper one has moved over here, and again has that stained glass pane thing to keep it up. I just need another one of these buildings to surround it to make it look a bit nicer than just 2 warped logs just sticking out. I haven't planned this build, but I have a colour palette and a rough idea of where it's going. So let's crack on with it, and I'll take you through the process a bit. First things first, I'm continuing this design along, because I don't really know what else to do for this bridge, and it makes sense to just continue the pattern. I also really like the purple and the blue, so why not? Does mean I'm going to have to do more of this water stuff, which is going to be a bit of a pain, because that is annoying to do, because you can't spread it with an infinite water source. And I think we'll go 5 blocks. That sounds alright. And with a radius of 5 blocks, the circle's going to look something a little bit like that. Not the smoothest circle, a little bit square, but it's not too bad. This base here had a little bit of a underhang with the warped plank, so I see no reason not to include that. It's just going to add a little bit of structure to this base. This one I think I'm actually going to continue all the way down to the floor. Just a bit of a visual difference. If everything's on stilts, might get a little bit too like crowded. And here we go, the base segment is done. I went for 2 rings this time. 1 blue, 1 purple, and yeah, I think that looks pretty nice and fits the rest of the base from here. Does look a little bit chunky, but hopefully that won't look too weird in time when we got a few more buildings in there. I think a little bit needs to be done on this bridge as well. So I'm just gonna do this and see how this looks. As temporary decoration, I've done that. This is a really weird way of lighting. Minecraft Bedrock, everyone. Stairs are a little funky. And yeah, that just makes it feel a bit more structured from the bottom. Yeah, I don't mind that. Rather annoyingly, I was gonna add trapdoors along here as a bit of a railing. It's not really a functional railing, it just adds a little bit of height to give the illusion of a railing, or like the feeling of a railing, but it's not actually. Anyway, I was gonna add these, but I've actually ran out. These were the last 3 I had, and as I said earlier with the beacon, I am iron poor, so Yeah, that'll be fun. Guess we need to go buy some iron for that. Just remembered these exist, so I'm going to use these instead of the expensive option. And it doesn't really look that much different. Maybe even slightly better, I would say. I am split. So this is where I'm at currently. And I'm not sure if I want to expand it all the way to the top, because I sort of originally thought I would, but it kind of looks good here, like this, like just having a flat section with this poking out. So I was thinking of just adding these little finishers like I did up there, and leaving it like this, but I just don't know if this water stream just will look weird, just continuing up while the rest of the build doesn't. So the plan would have been to continue all of these pillars up, and you know what? Seeing it like this, I think I actually prefer this, and I'm gonna have some like decorative stuff between it. It's not gonna look too weird, just going up really tall, and I quite like how it's the top is kind of obscured because of all of this glow stuff. I'll probably need to cap these off with some string to prevent them from growing any further. But you know what? I'm committing to this. I'm gonna do that. Well, here it is. This little build is done. I'm happy with it. I extended it to the roof, added these light sources, and just another ring at the top. And yeah, it works well. Well, I filled in all of the water. I'm currently just moving the salt sand because I filled in that gap. And yes, it does work. And yeah, I really love how this water looks, particularly around here. It looks a little weird here actually, but if we go to this top one, it just looks like it gives it a reason to be there. Like the water just merges and it goes to the rest of the base. It doesn't really make sense, but somehow just including the water in other places just makes it look a bit more natural. Like you don't really question it as much, which is super useful. But anyway, we're actually going to use this to exit, but let's get back to the base. I mean, now since last episodes, there's actually been a few updates, and the main one being the track. We have a look at this track. I've extended it. It's gone over to this side, and it curves around, snakes a little bit to line up with the train station, and it arrives at this train station over here. So all it needs now is just actually building. This track actually took such a long time to construct because of all the curves and trying to line everything up in like an actually nice looking way. This curve wasn't too bad, but then you get to here, and the curve only really goes to here. So then it continues and it can't really get over to that train station. So trying to maneuver this track, firstly I put it down, so I just did a small gradient down, and I need to support this stuff up with terraforming or a mix of wood supports like that bridge over there. And it sort of shifts over to the sides as it goes. It sort of shifts to the right, getting to a diagonal, and then curves back nicely, and then another little final dip till finally we arrive at the train station. So yeah, that little plan took a little bit of time, but we got it done, so that's the main thing. And now all we need to do is just fill in the guiding slats, like all of these things, build a bridge along here, and then about 1,000,000 years worth of terraforming to do. So not too bad actually. The mountain has been filled in this side. I just terraformed up to it, and I think I had to, yeah, just smooth that a little bit out, a little bit more, and then I got to do the same on this side. And this looks really bad at the moment, but that will get changed. And boom, here we go. I've got a cliff. Talking about all this terrain stuff just got me in the mood to do build terraforming. It's not completely done as per usual. This is probably like a tenth of what I actually need to do. Maybe not even that, which is that's fun. But if you look at this side, yeah, it's a cool cliff. It's a cliff. You know, you've seen them. But it just means I'm gonna do a lot more. But there's a little bit of a progress update, so probably a lot of that stuff is gonna be just ticking away in the background. As just occasionally stuff gets added. Just like I've added this little path to a build that we'll be adding at some point. And also, since the last episode, I added this little seating area. A while back, I said I didn't really know what to do with this section, and decided why not just add some seating. I was thinking, so I added a fence, and then I was like, well, I guess I could put some seats there. I'm not sold on it. If I get a better idea, I'll put that in. But this is it for now. It's just a bit of a diagonal fence, pretty simple, but it just covers up a little bit of a flat spot, and from down here in the heart of the mesa, you can still see the buildings. Well, cut to a week later. Yep. Well, the first half of this episode will have been filmed a week before recording this, due to some, oh gosh, time, oh, due to some timing stuff. But you know what? I'm back at it and ready. Where does it? What? Excuse me. Can I have my painting back? There we go. Finally got the painting I wanted. Went for a bit of a darker tone. So excuse if there's a few inconsistencies between clips, like if I repeat stuff or just forget to do things. I don't know. It's been like a week, so sorry if that happens. I'm gonna try not to though. So since the start of this episode, uh, it's actually been 2 weeks. So this egg auction is actually done. It was meant to be done episode 14, but well, it's yeah, this took longer, so it's done in episode 13. That's fine. Right, let's check the bids then, and it actually looks like we've just got a single one. So whatever they bid, um, they're gonna win it. So I guess Skilltree's already won this, but let's see what he has done, because he told me it was quite a lot, which is funny because he could have bid 1 diamond and he would have won. Oh wow, 630 diamonds. Yeah, wow, okay, well, we're rich. Well, I thought I'd close that now. I guess we just have to collect our winnings, and we'll give Skilltree the Dragon Egg, which is I'll keep on my person now because it was previously in my end chest. Well, this is every diamond Skilltree owned, and I say owned because it's now mine. Gonna add the stack and 9, and that brings us up to 10 stacks and very almost 11. We did that deal just like in the middle of the street. I feel like it could be cool to have an office of some kind, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with this building, but this could make a pretty cool office. Okay then, I've got myself a train station to build, so let's get started with this. As you can see, this design is different to the one I've done over there. I'm thinking for all of the train stations, they're going to have their own unique style, depending on where they're located. Obviously, if I do decide to build more. And this one is another Wild West style one, because it's still in the Mesa, but I've just gone for just a different sort of look. I love how bad a building looks before any of the details is on, or even all of the wood is stripped. Especially with birch, it looks just very ugly. For this build, I definitely need some mangrove. I think the red is just always such a good building block. I love that. I love mangrove logs. And we've just come into a bit of a payday. So I'm thinking let's go buy some mangrove, which is quite expensive on this world. But hey, rich people don't care about that. Although annoyingly, this is literally this is all of the mangrove. Yeah, it hasn't been stocked. But while we're here, we might as well get some rockets. I was sure I had some more mangrove, but I guess 32 is gonna have to do. I just remembered what happened to all of my other mangrove. I remember I lost my 2 wood shulker boxes. Yeah, I assume all my mangrove was in there. Well, I have made progress. I've just kind of hit a brick wall. Every section I have left to do requires mangrove, and I don't have mangrove. I have 2 measly planks left, and I can't buy any more because the shop is out of stock, and well, I don't know where a mangrove biome is, and I don't have any mangrove propagules. but I am liking the look of it so far. Unfortunately, you can't really see it because of this barn is in the way, but it is at the edge of the smoke, or the fog, that's the right word, um, which I quite like. It's not meant to be like visible from here really. And it gives it a feeling of distance as well, because like this isn't a huge amount of distance, like it's an easy flight over there. But I want them to feel like separate towns in a large area, like a bit more like actual Wild West. So I have added some stained terracotta. Can I land there? Yes, I can. I've added some yellow stained terracotta behind these shutters. This is what it's going to look like once the mangrove is in. Because yeah, like there's this little circle, so I thought, why not put like some nice bit of color in it? And yeah, I really like that technique. And hey, it's the channel colors, so that yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, I went ahead and got some more mangrove, and I finished a build. I think this is looking pretty good. It really looks like a proper Wild West train station. The other one over there was, it's good, but I'm not sure if it's like truly Wild West. Like it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. There's just something about it just doesn't really fit, I guess. I think probably the sandstone just makes it stand out a lot against the rest of the builds, which is the reason I chose sandstone rather than birch. Whereas this one, I went for flat birch again. It's just the sandstone looks a lot brighter. I need to move this lantern. Anyway, back to this build. Yeah, I added a little bit of a server's desk like I did in the post office, as well as some seating, because this area was looking a little bit bland, but it's a nice big platform, and where you'd get on the train here. And I quite like this fence under the thing. I don't know why. It just looks like it's a bit more built up. Like it feels a bit more sturdy, but at the same time, it's like you can see through it and it's all cool. So I need to get an interior done because I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but we're gonna be doing a underground section. That bit I know I have mentioned, like an underground railway that links between train stations, and there'll be one at spawn as well. So like the people in the mesa have a quick route to spawn, although probably flying is a bit quicker. But you know, just in case we die, that'll be very useful because you know it's quite dangerous above, as you've seen me do that walk quite a few times. But then down in this room, it's very simple at the moment, and I'm not sure if it'll change. But we're gonna have a cart track along here, and you got this little step up which I quite like, and it just leads under here. Now this is where the train station is. This is where I've done all the terraforming. So yeah, this is the mob farm for a little bit, and we'll just have like a track that leads through here, and it will go over to that direction. So for that reason, I need to do the exact same thing under here. Just have like a staircase. I'm thinking a ladder for this one because it's a little bit smaller, to lead down to an underground section. Well, I'm an absolute idiot. I built the interior and finished and left and went to go edit the video, and then I realised I didn't do the reveal. So here we go. This is the interior. I'm super proud of this one. I think it turned out really cool, really nice. I have the ladder down here. Or, well, I have space for a ladder down here. Haven't actually put the ladder in yet. I blocked off this little corner. This is something I particularly like because it gives the room a little bit more of an interesting shape. It also fills up so I don't have to do as much. And then I added this nice little curved roof, and I think it turned out pretty cool. And I just want to take note at this angle. I decided I would hide the ladder with a layer of trapdoors, because if you're looking through to get the ticket, you don't want to be seeing a ladder that goes down. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that little thing. I just added like a false wall. Doesn't take up too much room because it's just trapdoor width, and then you won't be able to see the ladder. And well, we have ourselves a bridge. I'm pretty happy with this design. It feels very like structured, and but also there's quite a lot of air underneath it. I went for mud bricks because it fits the wood color, but it also has like a more of a like a stronger tone It feels a bit more durable, like it could actually hold up a bridge. Well, that is it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed. Even with the filming over 2 weeks, yeah, and I kind of like forgot a lot what I did in the first half of this episode. So editing will be fun when I'll get to remember all of that. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, because I've got quite a few new subscribers recently, welcome, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've actually made it to the end, thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.